Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the final budget of October. So it's payday number 4 for October, which is happening on the 27th of October, which is today. So what we're going to do is on my payday budget planner, this comes standard with one payday budget, but if you get paid more than once throughout the month, you can opt to get the extra budgets, which for us, we get paid 4 days. A new thing that has come that I have now done as an add-on for this is a cash breakdown. If you do like myself, cash budgeting, you can write so like food, €100, and we need 250s. You know, you break it down into what denominations you need, you do the summary, and then that's just to double check that everything is kosher. So if you purchase this one sheet of it or one page of it, it comes double-sided, so it would do you for 2 weeks. And then also something else that is new is this savings tracker, which we're going to be doing actually next week. So basically it's a sinking fund tracker. So you put your sinking funds like Christmas, the starting balance is €1,000, you added 10, you took away 300, and then you know you're left with 800. So you know, that's what you would do. At the start of the month you do it, and then at the end of the month you kind of see where you've ended up throughout the month. And again, one page of this does come double-sided, so essentially this could be 2 months for people if they have this amount of sinking funds or less, or it could be 1 month if you have a lot of saving funds and stuff that you want to keep track of. But for right now, we are going to jump into today's payday budget. So I'm going to take it out of this guy here. I'm going to move this aside, and then we're going to zoom. So get a pen, a blue pen, because I like writing in blue. So they're kind of casting a shadow on it, so I'll just move them out of the way. So it is today the 27th of the 10th, 27th of October. So let's see. So first we have Robert, or the only thing we have this week is Robert. So I don't share his exact wages, so the total will come here. Of whatever your income is, the total will come here. Then you move on to the first area of your budget, which is for me the most important, I feel, is areas of your budget that's going to help you in the future. So if you're saving towards an emergency fund or a house or investing, areas like that. And for us, we're saving towards a deposit for a house. We're going to have to probably reassess that at some stage, but for right now, we're just going to put €95 into there, making the total of pay yourself first €95. So then you take the total of your income minus the 95, and then you have what's left for the rest of your budget. So the next area that's very important is your essential expenses. So these are areas of your budget which are going to keep you safe and warm and clean, and you know, like minimum basic standards of living. So for us, it's our rent. So your rent or your mortgage will go there. So we split our rent over 4 pay periods. Then we have our utilities, and I would recommend that you put money aside every single payday for your utilities, just to keep on top of it. For us, we put €20 aside, so that's our gas and our electric. Then we have bins. So every week, so we have people coming to collect our bins, and I think that this is like a basic necessity that people need in their lives, especially if you have a house, unless you go to like the local dump. So we have a general waste, a compost bin, and a recycling bin. So this is a bill that we split over 2 pay periods. Then we have food, so our grocery bill. Again, you need to eat, you need to survive. Then we have our fuel. So we have a car with diesel, and Robert has a motorbike with petrol. We're putting €50 in there. And then we have medical. So medical is one of your basic needs, and I think everybody should be putting some money towards that. €10. And then clothing, whilst you might not need clothes right now, you know, it's always nice to have some money in there so that if you do need something, you don't have to look other areas for it. And plus, it is an essential thing in life. You need clothes, you need to be warm, you need to dress appropriately for the season. So you add them all up, you get your total. So what's remaining from A, you take away from the total of B, and then you get what's remaining for the next area of your budget. So for us, the next area of the budget is annual costs. So these are things that happen every single year, and we should be putting money aside to, you know, offset it so you're not scrambling when that comes around. So our insurance, we just actually paid in September and October. September for the bike, October for the car. So that's done for this year now. So we'll start saving again for those annual costs for next year. So we're just putting €5 in there for right now. We have to pay road tax here, and then we also need the car to get an annual check, and that's €5 we're putting into there. We have a maintenance account for the car and the motorbike, and we're just going to top that up with €10 this week. Christmas obviously comes every single year, and it's a costly thing. So for us, we save throughout the year for Christmas. That fund is now full, but we are going to keep it ticking over with €5 that in case we need to spend that this year, it will be there, and if not, it will be there for next year. Then we have Ava's school costs. So school is going to get €2. Again, that is a fund that has been filled and used. So now we're just kind of ticking it over until I ramp it up again later in or early next year. And then birthdays. It's always someone's birthday, or you want to give a gift to somebody. So €5 is going to be put into there. So then all of these added up is €32. So then you would take the total you had down here, take away the 32, and you'd be left with what you can put towards debt. So we don't have any debt, but if you did, you'd put your minimum payments into this section here. So once you have that done, you move then on to the nice things. For us, the nice things are our broadband. Again, this is a bill that we split over 4 pay periods. And then both myself and Robert have SIM-only plans, which are really cheap for our phones because they're unlocked Samsung phones. And we're going to put $4.99 into there. So moving on for the rest of the nice things. First one we have is Netflix. So Netflix is a bill we split over 2 pay periods, just because I don't really know why I do that. I just have done that for years, so I'm just continuing. We have household miscellaneous. We're putting €10 into there. We have mine and Robert's personal money, which is €23. We have some eating out, which if you looked at my last video will know that we went over in both household and eating out last week. But we did have some money from YouTube that I could kind of sort that out. And then the gym is $12.25. So if you add up all of the nice things here together, we have $93,898. So you'd get your total from either of these areas here, take away this, and you get what's left for your budget. Now you could get to this stage and there's nothing left for your budget, and that's just the way sometimes it is, and it was for me at the start. I could not, you know, do a lot of these areas at the very start. I had to concentrate on building my emergency fund, and then concentrate on cutting back and cutting out some of the areas of my life. Like, so we now only have Netflix and our broadband. So we used to have TV stations, we used to have subscriptions. I used to do like Kindle Unlimited, Amazon subscriptions, like all that sort of stuff I used to have, and then we just cut it out. And And we cut back on areas as well. Like we used to spend, I don't know how, but we used to spend a lot more money on groceries, so I cut that down. So that's kind of what you have to do. You have to kind of cut down on areas and see if you can work it at that, or cut them out completely. So that's just kind of like a tip in case people are looking, going, how can you have all of these categories? Like it helps obviously when you have more money. More money always helps everything, especially when you're trying to budget. But cutting back on subscriptions and eating out and coffees and groceries, like some groceries, not obviously you need, groceries are essential, so you need somewhat to know your limit. But it's about cutting back and cutting out in order to get your budget to where you want it to be, and then you can open it up to other areas that you want to work on. You can't do everything at once, unfortunately, especially when you're starting. So don't be too hard on yourself. So swimming, we put 15 euros. We do a scratch and save challenge. We then have our dance, or Ava's dance, which is new in the last couple of weeks, 20 euros. The 400 challenge, which at the end we'll have 400 euros. We are going to put 30 euros into that this week. Glasses, both myself and Ava wear glasses, and Robert wears them just to look at TV. So one of us will need glasses, although mine are only new, so I shouldn't be Ava really that needs them. We have some weddings to attend next year, and we're just keeping that ticking over for right now. We have 10 euros, and we have our holiday for next year already booked. Flights are paid. We've paid a deposit on the accommodation, so we need to save for the rest of the accommodation cost and our spending money. So we're putting 15 euros in there, and a total of 95 euros. So that's it. That is our payday budget for the week of the 27th. I have a question for you guys. On these payday budgets, should I continue them as a part of my 3 videos? So I do the check-in, I do the new payday budget, and then I do a cash envelope stuffing. I'm not sure if I should continue them because they are pretty much samey every single week. I obviously have to do it because it's how I budget. You know, I need to give every cent of our money a job. Or pretty much every cent anyways. I always end up with a buffer that I keep aside as well, which is a new thing we started doing. What do you think? Should I include it as one of the videos I put out per week? If not, I'm not quite sure what I should include. So if you think I should take it away and just do the weekly check-in and the cash envelope stuffing, let me know what other video you would like as the 3rd video. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you in the cash envelope stuffing video, which will be the next video out. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.